Welcome to Government College of Technology Coimbatore, a guide to startup, entrepreneur, bank loan, and organizations of loans and schemes. So, let me introduce you to the financial institutions available to graduate engineers such as TIIC, DIC, etc. There are various schemes and organizations promoted by Directorate of Industries and Commerce that is governed by central government, which is providing opportunities for young, new educated entrepreneurs with subsidy and support for starting a new venture. The schemes are mainly targeted to the educated youth with any degree, or like diploma, ITA, vocational training from recognized institutions. So, some of the organizations that really come down to help all the budding entrepreneurs or new startups or grown developed entrepreneurs. So, the organizations like small industrial development organizations, these organizations will help in invoicing with the help of missionaries for a very small or a micro business levels. So, small scale industrial service institute. This institute is used to gain some knowledge as well as they will provide some information on availability of loans according to the categories. And the small scale industry board, it is one of an organization. Small Entrepreneurs Information and Research Center Network, and National Entrepreneurs. There are various institutions like this, and an organization like this will have many schemes according to the categories. So, to be highlighted, Tamil Nadu Small Industry Development Corporation Limited is providing various subsidies and support for starting a new venture. The scheme mainly targets educated youth, again, for new startups. This TIIC, Tamil Nadu Small Industrial Development Corporation, is the ideal destination for business loans in Tamil Nadu. Also acts as the nodal agency for government subsidies for customers availing loans for business. So this will provide the business schemes information in their office also. They have various organizational offices directly controlled by the organizations in various districts in Tamil Nadu so that all the entrepreneurs can easily avail these services. The beneficiary should submit their project report on a total plan of the project. And also, the second part is missionary code, how much they are willing to spend on the missionaries, and the company details, what their new startup will be named, and so on. So, these informations are required to get benefited from these organizations. So these organizations are all formed together for a different type of categories. So for an example, if a person needs to gain a skill-based loan, then he can go with a small-scale industrial service institute. So if a person needs a missionary initial cost, then he may go to Tamil Nadu Industrial Investment Corporation of Corporation Limited, TIIC. So likewise, according to various categories, various organizations are being formed. So let us discuss about loan to deposit ratio LDR. The loan to deposit ratio LDR is used to assess a bank's liquidity. LDR is a term that used to assess a bank's liquidity by comparing a bank's total loans. So, for an example, if a bank is providing loans to total number of people, so the total summation of all the loans divided by total deposits to the bank by the beneficiaries. So these two are taken into the action to calculate the LDR. So LDR is always represented in percentages. With this help of LDR, a bank's liquidity can be easily determined. By determining the bank's liquidity, one can easily judge a bank's performance. So according to the liquidity, uh, one can have an idea on how really a bank works. Is it profitable or it is working smoothly? Likewise. So to calculate this LDR, LDR is equal to total loans by total deposits. So the definition comes with these sentences. Loan to deposit ratio is used to assess a bank's liquidity by comparing a bank's total loans to its total deposits for same period. The LDR is expressed as a percentage. If the ratio is too high, it means that a bank may not have enough liquidity to cover an unforeseen fund requirements. Conversely, if a ratio is too low, the bank may not be earning as much as it could be. So now let us discuss about the type of financial support that are given by those organizations which have been seen previously. So university need based scholarships. So these organizations not only gives the loan, but they provide some amount with the help of scholarships also. So they give some need based scholarships according to the university need based scholarships and university restricted scholarships. So federal and state grants and scholarships. So these are some types of scholarships that have been implemented for the benefit of the entrepreneurs. So nowadays there are some loan assistance which have been followed to make some knowledge on entrepreneurs to have a right path. So academic year student contribution (AOIC). This is a scheme that have been brought up to make an awareness to a people that who really studies in college. This will help a person to have a high motivational level in the college level itself, so that he can make a pre-plan. One of the best active scheme called Mudra scheme. Let us talk about it. Mudra scheme is generally called as Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. This scheme is launched by the Honorable Prime Minister of India on April 8, 2015 for providing loans up to 10 lakh to the non-corporate firms and non-farm small micro enterprises. These loans are classified as Mudra loans under Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. These loans are given by commercial banks, Reserve Bank of India, small financial banks, MFIs, and NBFCs. The borrower can approach any of the leading institutions mentioned above, these RRB, commercial banks or small financial banks, for their benefits. So under this aegis of PMI, Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana has created products and schemes. These interventions, growth or development and funding needs of the beneficiary also provide a reference point for the next phase of the graduation, a growth to look forward. So this can be classified into three: Shishu, Kishore, and Tarun. So this Shishu scheme will cover loans up to 50,000 rupees, and Kishore covering loans above 50,000 and up to 5 lakhs. So Tarun is the topmost layer of this scheme, covering the loan up to 10 lakhs and will start with 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. So funding support from Mudra are also for two types: microcredit schemes (MCS) and refinance scheme for commercial banks or RFS. So these refinancial schemes are generally for non-banking financial companies. So there will be many scrutiny level for selecting a project and providing them a loan. So need schemes in the financial institutions that to be followed in a state level and the district level. So selection of these beneficiaries, entrepreneurship development program training. First of all, they should have been trained using some programs. So arranging for the term loans from banks, Tamil Nadu. So allotment of plot sheds in the Sitco industrial estates. So these are the state level nodal agencies will act on providing such schemes. And these are some steps that followed in the process of providing loans. So how to get a loan from a bank for a self-employment? Step one, determine your requirement. First, we should be clear about our requirement. Figure out why you need a personal loan and how much you need it. Step two, check loan eligibility. Once you know how much you need, you should check whether you are eligible. Eligible like how much do you earn, what is your job, and etc. Step three, calculate monthly installments. So monthly installment like installments that you pay it monthly is interest that most preferably interest. So approach the bank. So first of all, what we should do is we should not calculate in our terms, whereas we should go to a bank and clear all the doubts. So submit all the documents which are required by the bank. Once bank process is completed, wait for funds to be remitted to your account. Loan schemes for various financial institutions in the country. So these are some loan schemes which have been followed. So for example, ICICI Bank, its interest changes 11.25 per annum to 17.99% per annum, and the loan amount is up to 20 lakhs, and loan tenure is 12 months to 60 months. So these all interest rate, loan amount depends on the liquidity of a bank. That's previously said by us. So then Fullerton India Bank 20% per annum to 40% per annum interest rate, and loan amount up to rupees 30 lakhs, and loan tenure is up to 48 lakhs. So likewise, such a banks like Yes Bank, Bajaj Finserv Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, IndusLand Banks, IDBI Banks provides an average of 12 to 13 percentage of interest rate, and loan amount of sanctioning amount of up to 1 lakh. That's an average scores on demanding of all banks. Then loan tenure, the average loan tenure is is about 2 years. So we have discussed about schemes and organizations that are available to provide loan for entrepreneurs and startup persons. So this will give a clarity regarding various things on loan and as well as the bank's policies. Hope it will help. Thank you.